Today we're looking into Batman Urban Legends number 3. But we're only going to focus on the Grifter short story called The Long Con, Part 3 of 5. Written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by Ryan Benjamin. Grifter is acting as a very aggressive collection agency for his employer. And just as he's making some headway, he's interrupted by two men who approach him. They say they have an offer for him from their employer, and he in turn offers his usual level of cooperation. They let him know that there's going to be an audition in order for him to accept their offer. Grifter agrees, but like a gentleman, he'd want to shake on it first. Back in modern-day Gotham, Grifter finds himself in bed with his new boss, Chance Abity. And even though she tries her best to find out more about him and his past, Grifter just won't budge on the topic. Which of course frustrates her, so she decides to leave the room. This allows Grifter to accomplish his true goal, which is swiping Chance's laptop. And we finally get a glimpse of the person who's been talking into Grifter's ear this whole time. But of course, by the time she comes back in the room, he acts as if absolutely nothing happened. The next day, Lucius and Grifter sit down to a meal, and Lucius shares with Grifter there's a concern in the building right now after a security guard lost his badge. Then their meal is interrupted by none other than Bruce Wayne himself. Lucius leaves and Bruce lets Grifter know that he's interested in offering him a job. But Grifter lets him know that he has no interest in leaving his employment with Lucius, so he leaves the meal pretty quick. Later, Grifter is waiting on a contact that never shows. And he quickly finds out why. The whole thing was a setup. But then something spooks Grifter's would-be assassins. Batman has arrived to help Grifter. But stubborn as ever, Grifter is not grateful for the help. And Batman makes sure to remind Grifter, in the middle of battle, that he is still not okay with guns. Luckily, Grifter always has something up his sleeve. Literally. So Grifter and Batman work to subdue the rest of the gang, until none are left standing. As Batman cleans up the rest of the assassins, he learns that Grifter knows a new trick. Teleportation. Back at Wayne Tower, Grifter's trying to make his way into the restricted area again. And the person in Grifter's ear has assured him that this will work. Or so she hopes it will work. So after surviving that near heart attack experience, Grifter runs into more headaches. So he frantically tries to work around this because time is running out. Because Lucius and Bruce are on their way up. So Grifter realizes he has only one place to go. Out the window. And there you have part 3 of the Grifter short story in Batman Urban Legends number 3. Okay, first off, I am totally kicking myself for not figuring out that is Ladytron, Maxine Manchester, who Grifter is talking to. I know it's not 100% confirmed, but come on, go back and look at that arm that took the laptop. And I know some of you had some good guesses in the comments of the last video, but I kept telling y'all the one thing was the sexual innuendos. It just didn't match any of those other characters, and I should have known. Ladytron. It's alright, just because I run a YouTube channel that centers around Wildstorm doesn't mean I'm an expert by any means. In fact, that's part of why I'm doing these videos, is because I'm going back and rereading a lot of this stuff, so maybe by the time I finish all the videos, then, maybe then. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this story. I loved the team up with Batman and Grifter, and I also love that they addressed the thing about the guns with Grifter and Batman working with him. It was one of the first things one of my friends brought up when they first announced that Grifter was going to start showing up in the Batman titles, so kudos to Rosenberg for going over that. So I'm personally enjoying the build up to Halo and the rest of what I assume are going to be the Wildcats, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the last couple of issues. So for those of you who were watching, if you like this video, be sure and hit like and please subscribe, because I'll continue to hit the other parts in this series, as well as some of the other DC titles that have Wildstorm characters, and I'll continue to post videos of the old Wildstorm stuff. So until then, we'll see you next time.